What's good and what's mobbing? Good morning to y'all and God bless. This is January 13th devotion, John 14, verse 6. Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Look, every morning I wake up and I spend time in the Word. The first thing I do is pray, and then I choose something to read out of my Bible and see how the Spirit speaks to me. But today, I want to share something that I saw on TikTok that I think is a beautiful message that needs to be shared. Please don't view this as cheating. You guys know I get up every day and I grind it out with you. But this is what I saw and I want to share it. And so this lady shared this. She said, So, God placed this on my heart to share this story that I once heard this pastor tell. It's about a well-to-do father and a son who would spend Christmas together every single year. And then one day his son went off into the military. Well, he got a call one day that's saying that his son had lost his life on the battlefield, saving the life of another soldier. Well, you can imagine that this is a very heartbreaking and painful news for this father. And so, the next Christmas, he got a knock on the door, and it happened to be the soldier who the son had saved that day on the battlefield. And he came to spend Christmas with his father, and he had brought him a gift. The gift was a portrait that he made of his son. Now, this wasn't a professional painting by far, but it meant so much more to the father that he went to his wall of expensive paintings and he moved some out the way just to place the portrait of his son. As time went on, the father eventually passed away and his estate came up for auction. And people very well-to-do drove near and far just to come to the auction to get these expensive portraits that the father had. And so, the auctioneer started with the portrait of his son. Now, everybody there was very disturbed and upset because they didn't understand why would he start with this portrait? It's not worth anything. The auctioneer insisted we must start with this portrait first. So, the auctioneer started off at $100. The room was silent. No one said anything. He said $50. Do I have $50? No one again said anything. Then finally, the servant that worked for the father and the son for years said, I'll take it. All I have is $10. I knew the son and he meant a lot to me. So the auctioneer said, okay, $10, going once, going twice. And then he took his gavel and hit it and said, this auction is over now. Well, you can imagine the room went up in an uproar. What's going on? Why is this over? We traveled and we left our families just to be here. The auctioneer explained that according to the Father's will, we must start with the portrait of the Son. And the one who takes the portrait of the Son takes everything. The pastor explained that this portrait is a representation of Jesus Christ and how much he was worth to the Father. So much so that in order for us to even gain access to the kingdom and salvation, that we must go through the Son first to take everything else. God bless y'all.